excited for this round to be back on the road again because we have got an amazing adventure ahead of us, a new chapter. And
we're looking for life outside of the Truman Show. I think it might exist. We're going to break beyond the walls.
How we managed to escape, and I'm really proud of ourselves. What did you say, Sarah? On a bus? Yeah, we did have to hire a mini bus to be able to go to San Jose where the airport is because there is so many of us now, and we also have a lot of bags.
This is incredible for me though. Like, this is the first time I've even looked at Costa Rica, so I'm not just having to look forward.
Yeah, normally Dan just has to drive looking forward and being really careful because the road's a bit crazy here. But this time he can get one last beautiful look at the place. Sienna, how are you? Got everything you need in your bag?
Yes,
You packed everything?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I can't see you.
I will provide some assistance.
Yeah, everything's packed. I really hope I haven't left anything behind.
Have you got your phone? Have you got your phone, Mia?
Yeah.
Because Fizzman, do you know that Mia's left her phone behind, as you probably know as you followed our journey, literally like 3 times.
I did it once, okay? And I was like 11, okay? But yes, I did leave it on holiday. What are you doing?
Right, the babies need a wee, so we've got to stop at a gas station because even Koa's saying it because Koa wants to use the toilet now. Like, I feel like he wants to potty train really early. Good boy.
This is my favourite song. Let's go refermental. Let's go refermental. Like that. Can you do that?
It's the room. That's gonna be Mum's bed, I think.
This is a bed for sleeping in.
I had
This is
no
another
idea.
bed for sleeping in. I think Koa might
Really?
have the whole bed to himself because he's King Koa. Me and Dan will be cramped up on this bed.
No.
And then this armchair is perfect for stroking my imaginary beard and planning all the fun things that I want to do.
But there's also these officers and there's someone who literally is staring at
He's
us.
looking at me very quick. Leave me alone. Right now. Say hi to the fish man. Can't do it. Girls, look.
I'm going. We've got my bag. Oh, stop it.
Right, I'm just excited.
How do you feel about this, Darren? Your wife is practically cheating on you.
Right, let's get
We're
some
3
food.
men on the planet.
Can we just mention how intense Mum's eyes were then?
Get some
We're 3
food.
men on the planet.
Like that was like the TikToks when she doesn't blink while she's trying to concentrate on doing a dance. Her eyes were like,
I have a rare blinking disorder.
no, don't start that one again, Mum. What?
He's upset. He's really. So we've said goodbye to the area where we live in Costa Rica near the beach, and we're now staying here in San Jose, the capital city, where the airport is. So we did loads of traveling yesterday, and it takes like 5 hours to get here. So we decided that we would be flying today instead. So we stayed in a hotel because the babies would go absolutely crazy if we made them sit in the car and then on a plane. So our flight is this evening. So we get one last day in San Jose in the city, which is really fun. Maybe we should just go walk around the shops in the park. That's what. You've got some like emails and work to catch up on.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we'll take you two little peanut heads home. Yeah? Do you wanna have some? I feel like we need
Side joke.
We were talking about our favourite nuts, and then I blurted out because I was pretty hyper yesterday, as you can probably like. This is a bed for sleeping in. I'm so excited. I love traveling, and we haven't left Costa Rica in 1 year. It's literally been 1 year since we haven't like left the country.
also, there's not anyone that we've met here, any foreigners that we've met here, who have also stayed for a full year without going away. So we're the only people who have just sat
We want to. Record.
Yeah. But cut a long story short, we all talk about our favourite nuts, and I blurted out coconuts. And I'm not going to say any more than that, 'cause, I'm kind of embarrassed about the twerking incident and that incident. I kind of feel very ashamed of yesterday. I kind of like doing the walk of shame today. Also, Fizz fam, so we've got loads of fun things planned for the UK. We've all got a massive list each, and we've been compiling like our top 10 things that we want to do in the UK. And then also there's some important things that we want to do. Like, for instance, I'm going to be having some surgery, which I'll make a video about nearer to the time. You're going to probably be having driving lessons, aren't you?
I know, I can't.
You can't wait to see Jojo.
I haven't seen him for 2 years.
And you're excited to go and hug Big Ben and be reunited with the Ben Stone?
Yeah, all of the above. I also can't wait for people to get to meet Koa as well.
Of course, that's really important.
Yeah, his family hasn't met him, yeah.
Koa, do you want to see all your family?
You know what?
Yeah.
To go to all the thrift stores.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Topshop or something. No. Well, yeah, both.
The funny thing is, everybody kind of has seen Koa and been watching her grow up on our YouTube videos, but like Koa hasn't seen them, which I feel like I just can't wait for him to like hug people and see them in real life. We can chill before we catch the plane. Did any of you on the way to the airport, were you looking out the window and like kind of feeling sad? Because we were driving past like all of the people walking, like catching the buses, all of the trees, the nature, everything. I just kind of feel really sad. I feel like I'm gonna miss the place so much. But honestly, Fizz fam, the people here in Costa Rica have been so kind to us, and like it just feels really sad to leave because it's been like our own little special bubble we've been in, and we're now like, I know Darren joked said we're coming out of the Truman Show, but like we are literally coming out of this perfect little paradise bubble. So it feels a little bit out of my comfort zone because we've literally just like been barefooted, going to the beach and just been surrounded by like this beautiful wild nature, and now we're going out into the world again. I kind of feel a bit scared. Does anyone else feel that
really
way?
fun and exciting, like all the new things. So
I'm really excited, but it like Koa, he's got to adjust to that. He's got to wear shoes now because he's been wanting to rip them off. And you've got to say hello, not hola.
I know, we've been hearing the English accents of like English people like around the airport, and then I'm like getting ready to hear all the accents and like.
Yeah, by the way, we are meant to be sitting in the VIP lounge, but it was too full, and then when you look through the glass, all you can see is like all these posh people, can't you? Posh British people drinking their cups of tea. It's probably good that we're not in there because Koa.
Fam, how's it going? So we've made it here to the UK. We are here. Very tired. The babies are in bed. Everything's all good. We're here. We're in one piece and all that stuff. But there's a little bit of an eventful journey because we didn't know anything about this storm, what was coming up, because we've lived in Costa Rica for just over a year now, just a little bit over a year. And it got to the point of where the weather's just the same every day there. Yeah. It's just really, like, there is a rainy season, but even then, the part of the country we were in, it's like, wow, it just rains for like an hour in the afternoon, that's it. So it's like thunderstorms and rain for an hour in the afternoon. All the rest of the time is just still 30 to 35 Celsius sunshine all day long. So
it's not like Mexico where they have hurricanes either.
yeah.
No, that's not responsible behaviour.
It's actually
it's
like
not in the hurricane belt.
it's really predictable, and then in the rainy season it literally might just rain for like 1 hour out of the whole day, and then it's sunny again.
So we never looked at any weather forecast, didn't have a weather app on our phone or anything like that. And like as
but just a little tip though, we also didn't have a weather app, not just because of that, but there's a little tip is when you have a weather app you can get really like dictated by what the weather says, and then it can affect your day.
Yeah.
So we actually decided to
And
stop
affect your
having that, because you're like, oh, it's only 17 degrees today, and like you shape your day around what the weather app says.
But that depends. If you live somewhere where there's like really torrential rain, then you might want to know about it in advance.
Yeah, I no.
Anyway, so we've got that's a tangent, that's a side note.
Yes.
So we've got no weather apps on our phone. We
Yeah.
don't, as you guys know, we don't watch the news either. So like we had no clue about this.
I don't even know if the news in Costa Rica, if we were to watch it, they'd even like
No,
No, we'd have had
I
to watch
wouldn't.
international news, obviously. But anyway, so we got on the plane, you know, happy as Larry, just
feeling really excited.
yeah. And then Georgie, you overheard the stewardesses, didn't you?
No, the stewards. It's actually two guys, and I heard them like talking. You know, those like one in between kitchen areas where they like make food. I heard them like talking, like gossiping. Oh, like the storm. Yeah, it's going to be really windy, and there's going to be loads of turbulence. And I just thought they were like just having a little bit of drama and gossip, and didn't really think much of it. But they were like going on about it a lot, but I just kind of like dismissed it, and I was just busy like trying to work out where we were going to sit with the babies, and just didn't really take notice really.
Yeah, and you could hear some kind of chat going on, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then the pilot comes on the intercom, you know, the tannoy thing, and gives us a warning about it, about how there's going to be a lot of turbulence, especially during the final 2 hours when there's like this horrendous storm going on all around the UK, and we're like, okay, fair enough. You know, we've been on
wasn't
planes when there's been
expecting that,
turbulence before,
yeah.
but
Like I think some of the flights when we've
What
been
is
to
a
Dubai.
turbulent?
turbulence, it just means wind, but they say turbulence. I don't know. There's probably a better technical
It's when the
definition
plane.
than
It's
that.
when you're in the plane and it's not flying smoothly. It's like bumpy.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be so bumpy that you're not allowed to get out of your seat. Like it could knock you over,
Or like it was, yeah.
or if there's like, we'll get to it all in a minute. Or if it's like bags could fall down on you.
Yeah.
So it's not like a smooth like flight.
Kind of reminds you that you're in this like.
So the pilot
tin
made the
in
announcement,
the air.
and then one of the stewards came up to me and said, "Oh, it's going to be a lot of turbulence on this flight. You know, you're going to want to have the baby on your lap, or you know, they were just saying stuff like that." But then they found out that Koa was over 2, so he's got to have his own seat. So Koa and Kama had to have their own seat. But when we took off, because Koa had like gone so crazy in the airport and was just so fed up with sitting down, he would have not sat down on his own seat. So they let him be strapped up onto my lap because he's only literally just turned 2.
So anyway, yeah, we got the babies to sleep eventually, and
I keep yawning.
and then it was kind of time to relax, you know. So which was a rare time for us.
Yeah.
So I watched a CrossFit documentary, which was
should we have a little
brilliant.
pop up on the screen though of the baby sleeping?
Oh yeah.
Because we flew business
So
class.
cute.
It was kind of an unusual business class, the layout, and what it was, there was like kind
2
of,
seats next to each other in the middle,
Yeah.
what are in one
like
bit,
contained,
and then
yeah.
there's 2 seats either side of those, what are kind of separated, but with a little wall what we could look over. So Georgie and I were on the outside. And they were like protected on the
Yeah,
inside.
like a little egg.
We were like the guardians at the
yeah,
side, weren't we?
Darren was taking photos and so was I. We were
Yeah.
like those parents like, oh. And it was so good because they did actually fall asleep because they were so tired from the traveling all day.
Yeah.
And it like on flights before, like the babies like never sleep and you just like they're on your lap and that. But it was like they'd fell asleep and me and Darren were like, what do we do with ourselves?
Yeah.
We were like, what? We might be able to like relax.
So I'm going to keep some structure to this story, okay? So it doesn't take too long.
Sorry. The thing is side. You know, you were next to all these elderly people. Maybe like you've got to tell us like if they got freaked out. Were they talking about the storm to you or anything? Were they scared?
They weren't really talking. The lady next to me didn't really talk much. So
I just talked to the man like about the takeoff, but I didn't know about the storm until the very end of the flight. And
Well, you didn't hear the pilot say it?
No,
No,
I
me
didn't.
neither.
I didn't.
Oh, well, you had headphones on.
I was.
You immediately got stuck
But
in.
usually
Right.
when you have
I don't know
headphones
what I
on,
was doing,
the,
but-
whatever you're watching
Oh, yeah, it does
or
it
doing,
through the
yeah,
headphones.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wasn't paying any attention.
Oh,
I had
right.
no idea. Like, I was completely oblivious.
I know, it was only at the end, like the last 2 hours, that I actually found out about it.
Yeah, so anyway, we were getting tired and we wanted to go to sleep. The seatbelt sign kept coming on and off. It was getting quite bumpy by that point. So we put our seatbelts on. I was personally feeling like I thought maybe if I didn't have it on, because I'd obviously laid the bed out, and I was like, imagine if I end up like levitating.
Yeah, falling off.
Yeah, so because sometimes I don't. It's very, very naughty, but sometimes I don't like having the seatbelt on when I sleep because it's just really
Do you
annoying.
pretend you have?
Yeah, so I sort of just put the cover over it and like, oh, come on, you don't need that on, it's a plane. But anyway, I did actually keep it on because I felt, right, I do need it because it's like, so weird, it feels like the plane's like hitting speed bumps.
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah,
you're going
doesn't it?
really, or like you're going really fast over a bridge. You're like,
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
that
yeah,
feeling?
exactly.
No, the thing is, I put the blanket over me and then put my seatbelt on the outside because the issue with me is if I'm going to go to sleep, I want them to know that I've got the seatbelt on,
Yeah.
so I don't get woken
Well,
up.
that's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do.
Because they kept
Yeah,
coming
that's what I
past and
always-
checking
yeah.
on the babies because we had to put the seatbelt on the babies when they're going to sleep. And like, have you ever tried to like restrain two like sleeping kids with a seatbelt?
Yeah,
I don't think they were keen
they
on
weren't
it.
keen on it,
No, they hated it.
So anyway, broken sleep, I don't know, woke up like 5 times or
No,
something.
the reason we kept waking up though, I could have slept through the turbulence. Koa was really sensitive to the bumps. He kept
Yeah.
waking up and looking around.
Yeah.
It kept waking him up, and it was actually quite like bad turbulence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like compared to other flights, it was like really consistent, and it was actually like.
I guess I just
Whoa.
slept through it all.
Yeah. Was it soothing?
I woke up a couple times, but it was more because of like weird.
I don't know what
dreams.
you're talking about,
I don't
though.
think it was
Turbulence.
turbulence. I don't know.
That's what you think anyway, but maybe
Yeah.
you're having dreams about you like falling off things.
Were any of your biddy buddies scared?
No, my biddy buddy next to me was asleep. Like
They were all,
Literally the whole-
they're all
Oh, it
pretty
was-
drunk, let's be honest. Like,
yeah.
the-
She
we're,
had a couple
we're like the
of- couple
only
of cups
people
of
on a plane who are like,
champagne.
nah, we don't want the champagne.
I'm like,
thing."
Yeah.
have you got any?
Everyone else is just like,
Like, have you got any chamomile tea?
Yeah.
The old women on there were more gangster than me.
yeah. Georgie and me woke up after literally only like 2 hours. So we went to sleep, I think it was about 12:30 Costa Rican time, which was really late for us because we obviously wanted to stay up late to try and make ourselves really tired. So then we'd fall asleep at the right time in the UK the next day. But so then we woke up at like 2:30, 3 Costa Rican time, but like 8:30, 9 UK time. And it had got a lot more bumpy by that point. And then as we were coming in, and it was like, because they said, when the pilot said at the beginning, he said, the last 2 hours are going to be the worst. And it was the last 2 hours. What was the worst? So because we've flown loads of times before, you know, we've been through some turbulence before, they're going to keep laughing about this. We've been through turbulence before, so it didn't seem like a big deal, but some other people seemed quite concerned. But then during the final hour, like obviously the seatbelt sign had been going on and off, then it just stayed on because it was just too bumpy and they couldn't ever like allow anyone to get up. One old lady, who's probably another one of the really drunk ladies, so she's got so much liquid in her. She got up and tried to go to the toilet when it's the plane's like doing this, and we just see this lady start trying like gripping onto the seat.
Well, no, it was
trying to go
literally half
past.
an hour before landing, and
Like,
you know,
we were literally going down.
Yeah.
Even when there's not a storm going on, half an hour before landing,
Yeah.
you have to stay in your seat, don't you?
Yeah.
Like if you miss the toilet opportunity, it's your own fault. And like the plane does that circling thing until it lands. She was like trying to do it when it's trying to land, and
Yeah.
it was the storm.
Yeah.
And she was quite like a very slim lady who looked quite like delicate, if I'm gonna say it, and she was just like going up the aisle, like she's like holding on, like it was really weird, like grabbing on the back of the seat.
Sit down.
Yeah, they were really telling her off.
One of the
Obviously, out of concern for her.
Yeah, well, that's their job. They're meant to protect and look after.
They
her.
have to.
And he's like, sit down now, like that. And then she turned around and went back, but she looked quite moody, like.
Obviously, they don't normally talk to people like that, but they were concerned that she was gonna like fly off or something. Yeah, so then we were continuing coming down to land, and then the pilot kept giving us announcements saying it was too windy for them to be able to land.
That's when I first found out about the storm. That's what he did.
Right, he was really trying his best, but like, you know how a plane's obviously level, but you'd feel it keep going like side to side, as well as suddenly dropping and then coming up, and you kept hearing it like as if it was really making its engines more powerful, like speeding up and then kind of coasting. But yeah, he'd keep coming in to go down to land and then have to go up again and do the circling again because it was just too windy.
We were kind of like stuck in limbo.
I don't know how many times he did that, but it went on for about 20 minutes.
I felt really sick as well. You know, you can get like seasickness or travel sickness. I actually started feeling really sick.
Because we were going up and down and round and round.
Cohen's face went pale and I thought he was going to be sick again.
You got the paper bag for him, didn't you?
But then I felt like I needed it. I saw his face, it went super
it
pale.
did go white,
And then I felt like it as well because obviously like we're in a new time zone and we'd kind of had bad sleep and then like that motion was quite bad. It was like we were on a boat rocking. It was different to normal like landings.
So after I don't know 5 times going round, then he came in and then you could hear the sound of this because I was trying to think about whether this actually happens or whether it's just my perception, but he sped up, so it seemed like for the final time when he was like, right, I'm going to commit to it, he sped up and went faster as if to like try to break through the wind. And so then it was really bumpy, went through, and then you could see us getting lower and lower. And obviously then what's going through your mind is like, I wasn't worried myself actually. I was still thinking, is he going to manage to land all the wheels down at once, or is it going to go like one wheel and then bump down? But I still wasn't concerned, but it did seem
because they do actually say that the most dangerous part of flying a plane or like a plane journey is the landing. That's where the most accidents happen. It's not actually takeoff or when you're in the air. So
and then we just kept hearing other people talking about how there's been so many issues with planes landing and how like they haven't been able to land and all that type of thing. So obviously that's putting it all in your mind as well. So anyway, coming down, he sped up, just went for it, committed, and then it felt like a pretty reasonable landing. Like I feel like we've had landings as bumpy as that before in other flights.
It wasn't smooth though, was it? It was quite like, and then your seat goes back. But we have had one before where it was quite harsh. I can't remember what it was, but one time you like landed.
But it didn't feel like it landed like on one wheel and then went down. It did feel like the wheels landed level. And then the nose went down, and then they did manage to slam the brakes on. And then I was just really pleased.
And we're safe. We survived the storm, and
round of applause for the pilot again. See you in the next video.
Bye.